कर्ज की भी 30वीं वर्षगांठ मैं समझता हूँ कि 30 साल का अर्सा भी काफ़ी अर्सा होता है। एक संस्था को बनाना तो आसान है, उस संस्था को कायम रखना और कामयाब करना बहुत बड़ी बात है। उसके लिए मैं मेहता जी को, तमाम इनके साथियों को बधाई देता हूँ और आशा करता हूँ इस काम को ये और ज़्यादा बेहतर तरीके से आगे बढ़ाते रहेंगे। कंज्यूमर्स को लेके जब राजीव गांधी के ज़माने में कानून बना था पहली बार, मुझे याद है उस ज़माने के अंदर मैं प्रदेश कांग्रेस का अध्यक्ष था यहाँ पर, तब भी कर्ज के माध्यम से कुछ एक्टिविटी होती रहती थी। संस्था की शुरुआत हुई होगी, 1-2 साल हुए होंगे, 3 साल हुए होंगे, परंतु ये अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर एक NGO का रूप ले लेगा ये कल्पना शायद मैंने भी नहीं की थी। तो मुझे खुशी है कि मेहता जी ने ये शुरू में इस काम को आगे बढ़ाया, उसके कारण से आज ये संस्था अंतर्राष्ट्रीय रूप ले चुकी है, जिसका भी अपन ने सबने देखा कि किस प्रकार से एक प्रेजेंटेशन बताया गया। बेटर गवर्नेंस फॉर इंक्लूसिव ग्रोथ को लेके व्याख्यान मालाओं का मैंने सुना है कि ये विभिन्न शहरों में इसका आयोजन करेंगे। मैं समझता हूँ कि ये बिल्कुल समर्पित है। अभी मैंने नंदन नीलेकणी जी से बात करी थी रास्ते के अंदर, मैंने कहा भाई मेरी कमलनाथ जी ने इनकी बहुत तारीफ करी है, तो मुझे खुशी हुई कि इनके काम को देख करके, और मैं इनको कहना चाहूँगा कि आप अपने एक यूनिट जयपुर में पूरे प्रदेश के लिए जो आप अंतर्राष्ट्रीय क्षेत्र में जाते रहते हैं वो काम जारी रखें। उससे राजस्थान का नाम और बढ़ेगा कि राजस्थान के व्यक्ति देश के बाहर भी जाके सेवाएं दे रहा है, कंज्यूमर्स के लिए भी, सबके लिए भी। परंतु राजस्थान में कर्ज की एक्टिविटी बढ़नी चाहिए। मेहता जी जैसे चेयरमैन इनको मिले हैं जिनके अपने जिंदगी के अनुभव हैं, वो अगर इस काम को और ज़्यादा अच्छे ढंग से ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे तो राजस्थान में कंज्यूमर मूवमेंट मजबूत बने, उसमें सरकार आपको हमेशा कर्ज के साथ खड़ी मिलेगी, ये मैं कहना चाहूँगा। क्योंकि ये काम तो पब्लिक का काम है, लोग समझते नहीं थे कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन के लिए होता क्या है। और मैं समझता हूँ राजीव गांधी के वक्त में जो कानून की कोई व्याख्या करे, एक के बाद एक, महिलाओं के लिए, पिछड़े वर्गों के लिए, SC के लिए, ST के लिए या कंज्यूमर्स के लिए इतने कानून बने हैं, कोई रिसर्च करे तो मैं समझता हूँ कि लोगों की आंखें खुल जाए। इस प्रकार की उस जमाने के अंदर संविधान में संशोधन होने तक के सब फैसले हो गए पंचायत राज के। आप हम सबको मालूम है कि 22 साल से चुनाव नहीं होते थे, नगर परिषद, नगर पालिका, पंचायत। उस व्यक्ति की सोच थी कि कानून बना करके जो संविधान में संशोधन हुए, हालांकि वो बिल पास नहीं हो पाया, वो शहीद हो गए, उसके बाद में पास हुआ, पर आज पूरे देश के अंदर कानून के अंतर्गत इंडिपेंडेंट अथॉरिटी चुनाव कमीशन बनाकर ये इलेक्शन हो रहे हैं। तो ऐसे क्रांतिकारी फैसले होते, उसमें फैसला ये भी था कंज्यूमर्स के लिए। इन्होंने संस्था मेरे ख्याल से राजीव गांधी प्रधानमंत्री बनने के 1-2 साल पहले बनाई होगी, जो 30 साल का हिसाब लगा रहे थे। 83 में ही बता रहे थे बनाए थे, तो राजीव गांधी के 84-85 में बने थे प्रधानमंत्री। पर अच्छा है कि एक व्यक्ति ने, और आप हम लोग सब कोशिश तो करते हैं कि कंज्यूमर्स को कैसे लाभ मिले, कैसे वो ठगा नहीं जाए, परंतु आगे बात बढ़ती नहीं थी। कानून बनाने के बाद में भी जब कंज्यूमर फोरम बने तो पहले लोग समझ नहीं पा रहे थे कि ये क्या काम करेंगे, कैसे काम करेंगे। डिस्ट्रिक्ट जज उसके अंदर इन्वॉल्व हुए, हाईकोर्ट रिटायर्ड जज इन्वॉल्व हुए, काम आगे बढ़ा। आज नहीं करते, लोगों में जागरूकता आई है, उसमें कर्ज जैसी संस्थाओं का बहुत बड़ा योगदान है। इसलिए मैंने कहा इस काम को एक आंदोलन का रूप ले। जब आपके अनुभव पूरे देश दुनिया में जा रहे हैं तो सबसे ज्यादा लाभ राजस्थान के लोगों को मिले, और तब मिलेंगे तब आपकी संस्था हर जिले में कर्ज के नाम से इकाई बने, राज्य स्तर पर इकाई बने, वो अपना काम करे, एक आंदोलन का रूप ले। एक कंज्यूमर मूवमेंट मैं समझता हूँ उसमें बहुत बड़ी कर्ज की कामयाबी होगी। यही बात कहता मुझे आज बुलाया गया, उसके लिए मैं आभारी हूँ मेहता जी का और तमाम इनके पदाधिकारियों का। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
The Rajasthan government under the leadership of the Chief Minister and officers like Sanjay Malhotra are here. What I will speak today about is what is all this, what is all this Aadhaar stuff? What is it going to do? And why do we think it's important for empowerment, for choice, and for convenience for the common man? Now, we have seen dramatic change in many other areas of technology. Can you move, please? Yeah. No, if you remember in India in the 1990s, it took us 2 years to get a landline, and we had all kinds of issues going to BSNL and all that. And today we have mobile phones everywhere. So India in 1995 had about 60 million landlines and no mobile phones. Today we have maybe still 60 million landlines, but 900 million mobile phones. We have seen that it's become communication everywhere. So you're seeing the change in, say, in telecommunications. Similarly, news has become real time now. Everybody gets the news on Twitter and Facebook and all kinds of things. And you're seeing the social media revolution. And you're seeing the impact of social media revolution, whether it's been in the case of the anti-corruption movement or in the terrible episode of the gang rape in Delhi. All of them have essentially used social media for rapid communication. So you're seeing that change of technology. Similarly, if you look at what's happening in the banking sector, can you move please? You've gone from branch-based banking, which was very difficult in the old days, to online real-time banking. Our banks have become online real-time. You can go to any bank, withdraw your money, you can go to an ATM, you can mobile banking. So in many parts of our life, we have had huge changes. We have electronic voting machines today, we have railway reservations. So everywhere we have seen the impact of technology. So this is the background to what we are doing in the Aadhaar program. Yeah. So we have really two mandates in the Aadhaar program, the UIDAI mandates. One is to provide a unique number to every resident of India. That means we have, say, 1.2 billion people in India, and the goal is enrolling them and giving them a unique number. And everybody enrolls only once. They provide certain information, and we generate a unique number for them. And the uniqueness is established using biometrics to make sure that a person does not get more than one number. The second part of what we do is provide online, cost-effective authentication of your identity anywhere in the country, which means that wherever you go to avail of a particular, the person providing the service needs to verify that you're the person you claim to be. We provide an online authentication capability which can be done at that time. So these are the two fundamental things that we offer, which is giving a unique number, which is a permanent lifetime number, and provide the verification of this identity across the country, wherever you are, to get a service. And these two things are responsible for all that we can build on top of that. So to the first one, giving a unique number, yeah, on top of that. So to the first one, giving a unique number, yeah. Basically, we give a random number. The number is a 12-digit random number. So when you see somebody's number, you don't know anything about them because the number is completely randomized. We have very simple information. We have the name, address, date of birth, sex. If they wish to, they have the email ID and mobile number. And we have that biometrics, which is the 10 fingerprints and the iris of both the eyes. And the reason we do that is for establishing uniqueness, because our view is that everyone's biometrics across all these 12 attributes are unique, and therefore we can use the biometric attributes to make sure that a person does not get more than one number. And the way we do that is by a process called deduplication. What that means is that when somebody enrolls into our system and we have the biometric data of that person, we compare that against all the biometrics of all the people that we have and check whether it's a duplicate or not. And if it's a duplicate, then we reject it, saying this person has already been given a number. So this is a fairly massive computational exercise. For example, if you have a database of 300 million people and 1 million new people enrolled today, then each of those 1 million has to be compared against all 300 million to verify that it's a duplicate or not. So it's a fairly complex thing. But what has happened in the last 10 years is because of the dramatic improvements in computing power in the world, thanks to Moore's law and thanks to the use of these in large internet applications. Today we have the kind of computing power and storage to even to pull off something like this, where you can do millions of matches every second to make sure that there are no duplicates. So the first role of UID is to give make sure a unique number is done using massive computational technology. The next thing is, as I said, we provide authentication online. And authentication online is simply saying, are you the person you claim to be? So you suppose you go somewhere to get, say, your food in your PDS system or a kerosene transaction, you can do authentication online using the system. And that ensures that only the genuine person can avail of that benefit. Because since you're doing the ID verification at the point of providing the service, you can do verification. And that's how you reduce a lot of and you're doing the test online, you can do online verification to make sure that's the real person, and so on. So wherever, you see, ID verification is very common to everything. And this provides a common platform for ID verification. Yeah. Now, the other important thing we offer is also electronic KYC. KYC stands for Know Your Customer. And what this means is that if you go somewhere, like for example, if you want to open a bank account, the bank account needs a KYC. And the Reserve Bank of India has said that Aadhaar can be a KYC to opening a bank account. And an electronic KYC is when, without any paper, Know Your Customer data is sent from our computer to the computer system of the bank. So for example, if somebody wants to open a bank account, they walk into a bank, they give their Aadhaar number, they do an authentication, and they authorize the UIDAI to release their address and identity details to the bank, and based on that, the bank will open the bank account. So you can do an instant bank account using this electronic KYC. Again, this is built by us. And this KYC today is possible for mobile connections, for bank accounts, insurance policies, stock market transactions, LPG connections, many state government services, train travel, etc. So what this is doing is, it is making Aadhaar as a gateway for any kind of a service that you have. Recently, the passport, MEA has said it's a KYC for a passport. So basically, as more and more agencies make it as a common Know Your Customer, where they take the Aadhaar as both proof of identity and proof of address, it simplifies the ability of people to get access to services. So this is a very important strategic value that becomes a common gateway to all kinds of services. And let's say that there are 300 million people today who are, or 250 million people today who have an Aadhaar number. Let's say that tomorrow some new agency says that Aadhaar is a KYC for some service, then automatically all 260 million people become eligible at one shot. And so this ability to reach out a service to everyone in one go is a very important strategic thing, that you can create quick adoption of many new capabilities. And all these things, they first do inclusion, because today for the poor, for example, they can't get a bank account because they don't have an ID. So now this enables them to get a bank account. And this also reduces transaction cost, because if you go to a bank 2-3 times, this can be done instantaneously. So the fact that it does both inclusion and reduces transaction cost is a very important value of Aadhaar as a KYC. Now the other important thing is, in the context of the cash transfer, what Aadhaar does is it provides a direct cash transfer into a bank account. So let's say that there is a pension scheme, and the pension scheme wants to send money to somebody. They don't really need to know about the person's bank account. They just have to say, send Aadhaar number 123 500 rupees. And somewhere on the system, the Aadhaar number 123 will map to a bank, and the money will go straight to the bank account. And this ability to use the Aadhaar as a payment address, because anyway it's a unique number. So if I send Aadhaar number 123, it can only go to one person and can only go to that person's bank account. So this ability to use Aadhaar as a payment address is something that we use in the direct benefit transfer that the government has just rolled out. Yeah. So in fact, if you look at the direct benefit transfer, for example, in the recently launched program Annashri in Delhi, which gives a supplement of 600 rupees for food for people on the BPL list, the money goes to the eldest lady of the house, and only she can withdraw the money. So that's also empowering, because we can make sure that it goes only to, say, the women of the house or something like that. And finally, it gives entitlement portability. Once you put this on this cloud, then I can go to any BC to withdraw my money, I can go to any PDS shop to withdraw my food, and so on. And portability is the heart of empowerment. Because once you give portability, once the beneficiary can go anywhere to withdraw, then the bargaining power shifts from the supplier to the beneficiary. There are no more monopolies there. And then automatically they get much better service. And that reduces that retail corruption at the point of service, because if one particular guy is giving bad service, they will go somewhere else. So basically using this architecture, using this ID system, we are giving so many benefits, identity, mobility, convenience, authentication of real people, entitlement, portability, gateway of services. And as I said, today we have 300 million people or 30 crore people enrolled, 250 million people have been given the Aadhaar numbers, and the first major application of cash transfers is getting rolled out. But cash transfer is just one of many, many applications that will come on this platform in the coming future. And fundamentally, it's a tool of massive social inclusion, because everybody is getting an ID. It's a tool for making government expenditure more efficient and more effective. And it's a platform on which a wide variety of services can be provided to make life